If you live in Ohio, you probably spent your day like I did, laughing at Mike DeWine. This stupid son of a bitch. Let me backpedal. Mike DeWine was a lawyer, and then he was the attorney general, and now he is the governor. Well, if you've ever been to a trial, if you've ever watched NCI, you have heard lawyers in trials object and say, leading the witness. What that means is exactly what it sounds like. The person who is asking the questions, the lawyer that is examining the witness, is leading them, basically telling them what to say without telling them what to say. So, Mike DeWine's press conference, hold on one second. Mike DeWine's press conference today, he has a bunch of doctors on there that he admittedly spoke to this morning before the press conference. Now, why would you speak to them before the press conference, Mikey? Mikey? Why would you do that, Mikey? Huh? Didn't want to coach him? Is that what it was? You want to coach him a little bit? Yeah, it was exactly what it was. You want to coach him, and he did. He did it very well. The medical field is a pretty far left, we'll call them liberals. They're pretty liberal-minded, so they want more control, more government, more socialism. And I'm going to leave the link in the description, and I'll also leave it in the pinned comment. I don't expect you to watch it all. It's an hour and a half long. I was going to actually make a video to where they would say whatever, and then I would say my thoughts about it, but it would have been 4 hours long. So screw it. You can go watch it if you want to watch it. If you don't, don't. But watch at least enough of it to see what I'm saying. Watch it at least until the first female doctor is done talking. But anyway, they go into talking about how sad it is seeing these people on ventilators, how sad it is seeing these families that can't see their family, that have to talk to their family members on a computer screen because they can't go in the room. There's 5,000 people, supposedly, in hospitals right now, just in Ohio, who have the C virus. With 189 hospitals in Ohio, that's over 25, the average 25 people per hospital, more than that. But the hospitals are empty. My sister's a nurse, and she is laid off right now. How is that? Don't buy it. Plus, the female doctor said that three people per day, on average, are going up to the COVID floor or whatever it's called at their hospital. I don't know. But people every day in this country have to see their family members on video screens, visiting. Well, that before C-virus, now they're not allowed at all. Before C-virus, this went on for years. I know because I happen to have friends who didn't make the correct decisions in life and have done some prison time. Or I have some friends in prison right now. I have one buddy that's finishing up a 7-year sentence for supposedly stealing a bottle of Jack Daniels. He says he didn't do it. I have no reason to not believe him. I mean, he's been there 7 years now. Surely the guy by now, he would have told me if he actually did it right. He's never lied to me before. Has no reason to lie to me still to this day. So, but he says he didn't do it, and I'm inclined to believe him. But 7 years for a bottle of Jack Daniels. I know somebody else that shot somebody in the face. Admitted they shot him in the face, and admitted they shot him in the face over a drug deal. The guy tried to steal his drugs, and he did 8 years, and he's already back out on the street. That happened years ago. But the same system sent them both to prison. How does that work? But now, in the prison system of Ohio, these are the people we need to really feel sorry for. Number one, they have suspended jury trials in Hamilton County until further notice. So around the country, we see this has become a trend of the government believing it can just put due process on hold. Oh, we don't think you need that due process right now. You can wait a little bit until we say so. I'm sorry, my sinuses are always messed up. I'm sorry about that. Sorry about the noise. I know what happened. Idaho, the whole state of Idaho did that. Suspended jury trials. Ammon Bundy's going through that right now, trying to get a jury trial, trying to have a trial for a crime they say he committed in front of a jury of his peers. They're trying to not allow him to have that because of the C virus. If the C virus is so dangerous, then you shouldn't charge people. People, we just keep allowing this government to take more and more power. And we do nothing about it. Nothing. We just, okay. there's going to come a time, hopefully, I mean, maybe not, where the line has to be drawn for everybody. Everybody has to say, we're done. And also, it would take us for all of us to stand together. I mean, it could happen without a shot fired as long as we stood together. But people fear the government. And when you say they fear the government, who do they really fear? The police. And the vast majority of the idiots support the police, but they fear the police. Indoctrinations that, they've been told that lie so many times that the police are their friends that they believe it. But back to Governor DeWine and his press conference that made me giggle all day. And it did. Some parts of it actually made me chuckle. They talked about, how everybody needed to wear masks and how masks help and this and that. He went on to talk about Dr. Fauci and how Dr. Fauci was even on the phone call, I believe is what he said. That might have been a different phone call. He talked about a couple of different phone calls. So the same guy that told us masks didn't work for 2 damn months and then flipped the script and now wants us all to be stuck with the vaccine. I'm sorry, dude. You can keep that shit. You can keep all of it. The truth is this. Each and every one of those people that has COVID made a choice that led to them having COVID. That's a fact. They could have chosen to stay in their home. They chose not to for whatever reason, whether that was to go get a Snickers bar or go buy food, whatever it is. And I know there's the people that's going to say, in a modern society like ours, you can expect people to grow their own food. But why? They chose not to, just like I chose not to. I'm relying on stores, grocery stores right now. I made that choice. So I get my happy ass in the car. I drive my happy ass over there. I go in and get my happy ass what I need to get, and I walk out. And I don't care. You want to wear a mask, more power to you, but you're not making me wear one. I'm not doing it. We have allowed this country to become about the whole instead of the individual. And we have to take it back. We have to make the individual what's most important. Because as long as the individual is not what's most important, we lead ourselves further and further into socialism. And you see this happening, and a lot of you, well, maybe some of you take part in this. It just recently did with the election. I want to go with the thought right now that the election process is 100% constitutional, which it's not. As I've said before, when the unproductive had the same say as the productive, that's not a constitutional election. But let's just say it is. If the election was stolen, if it was. I don't know. I'm not a tech guru. I haven't, and if I was, I haven't seen the servers. I don't know. But if it was stolen, if just one vote was cast for one person that went to the other person, that election should be void, period. That person's rights were violated, and that should negate the election. There's ways of doing shit. I mean, they do everything else in the world, and they do it on point. Child support in Claremont County, and they'll find your ass in Afghanistan. But you're telling me they can't have an election where they know who all's voted and who they vote for? Bullshit. They do it because it stirs the pot. It keeps the polarization going. It makes everybody more polarized. The more that you and I are fighting, the more shit they can get away with doing up here because we're not paying attention. And they're doing it now. They're doing things like suspending our due process. Just like when they come kicking my door, if I live through it, and it might not happen tomorrow, it might not happen next week, it might not happen next year, but it's eventually going to happen. I'm going to eventually die by government bullet, and it's not because I do anything wrong. It's not because I even do anything that they would call illegal, because I don't. It's because of what I say. At some point, what I say will become a crime. Just saying what I've always said. I will be a danger to society. Not really, but that's what they will say. Nobody cares. Nobody cares that they're not having elections in Idaho. Nobody cares that they're not, jury trials in Idaho. Nobody cares that they're not having jury trials in Hamilton County, Ohio. Until it's them. Until it's them that's been sitting in the county jail for 3.5 years fighting a murder case that they didn't commit. And you were supposed to have a jury trial in March. but you still haven't had it because they suspended your due process rights. But they're not letting those people out of jail. They should. Anybody that comes up on a trial date, the process should keep going. Anybody comes up on a trial date, if they can't have the jury trial, then they should let them out. Don't care who it is. Wouldn't care if it was my son's killer. But they won't do that because government believes it has all control over the people, because it's now became about the society, which is what? Socialism. That's what socialism is about. The whole, not the individual. So we need to take our country back. And it starts with you. It starts with you saying, no, I will not do that. No, I will not allow you to violate that person's rights. Or if you see somebody's rights getting violated and you know that the person whose rights are violated is in the right, get in the fight. Join in with them. Fight with them. It's the only way we're ever going to change this. We see it progressively getting worse in front of us, yet we do nothing about it. They're so bold now, they tell us to our faces what they're doing. Look at Mike DeWine's press conference today and really listen to it and tell me what you hear. I'll make sure I leave the link in the description. I just want to be free. I want you to be free. I want to be left alone more than anything. But we're not going to be able to be. And our kids surely aren't. Think we got it bad. Wait till my 9-year-old's my age. And if there's going to be a fight, and we all know there's going to be. So I don't know what we're waiting on, no matter what kind of fight that is, whether it is a peaceful stand against tyranny or an all-out war. Whatever that is, whatever they bring to us, when does it happen? When is that point that you just say it's life ain't worth living anymore because I'm not free? This isn't what the men that founded this country intended. There's a lot of people that died for our freedom, and we're just giving it away. We're pissing it away to government through our own fear. And mainly that fear is from the police force. Without the police force, if you negated the police force today, there would be no unconstitutional laws being enforced. There would be no lockdowns being enforced. There would be no mom and pop stores being shut down while Walmart can fucking stay open. But we got equal protection, right? No. They're conditioning us for what's to come. Eventually, you'll be able to buy your grocery store from one place. The credit card information you use will go through one company. They will charge you to do that. They will say, we're taking this for you to do that. They will decide whether or not you can make a transaction, even a private transaction. So if you're not bartering, they have all the say on what's going to happen. All that shit's coming, people. I mean, the writing's on the wall. We all see it. But we're all waiting. Waiting for what? What are we waiting for? Each other. That's what we're waiting for. But we're all saying the same thing, yet we're all doing nothing. And I know why, just like you know why. Nobody wants to risk their freedom. Nobody surely wants to risk their lives. But somebody's got to stand up and do it. I said it once and I'll say it again, that really good men are going to have to do some really bad things in order to fix this. Be a good man. It's all on us.